Hello, welcome to this very different award announcement Fest 2020. We live in a different world from last year, and so we're doing things a little bit different this year. Um, we at Fest decided that we wanted to go ahead with the festival. Obviously, a very different festival this year from last year, and hopefully, a very different festival from next year. But we decided not to cancel the festival and only to postpone it and still have a physical event due to our commitment to our audience, but also to all the filmmakers who submitted their films. And it's been it was quite a few thousand filmmakers who submitted their films. And we felt it was our responsibility to not give up on them and still have a physical event here in Spingo. Obviously, we could not welcome all the filmmakers as we usually do, and hence the decision of doing this very different ceremony instead of having in our audience all the filmmakers that have been accompanying the films during the festival. But we still wanted to reach all of you with this video. So,
Yes,
with no more delay,
exactly.
shall we go ahead and announce all our winners of this 2020 edition of Fest, Fernando?
Yes, let's do that. Starting with Festinha, our competition focused on youth, children, and teenage content, which is divided in three different categories. So we're going to start with revealing the winner of the under 10 competition, which is a film from France called Œil per Œil, and is completed by a series of filmmakers: Thomas Bonnier, Alain Guimont, Robin Courtois, Mathieu Lecroc, Malcolm Hunt, and Francois Britain. Congratulations to all these filmmakers. They are all students from ESMA, one of the larger animation film schools in France, well, in Europe actually. And actually that school returns on the next competition, on the under 12s, because the winner is A Lantern in the Night by Fantine Cher, Victorien de Gozard, Clara Gacon, Laura Javel, Emma Malric, Deborah Morali, and Maxime Porsard. And the under 16s also comes from France, not from the school, but also from the region. And it's a beautiful short called Whales Don't Swim by the French filmmaker Mathieu Rousser.
It's important to note that this was a very important section of the festival. The jury is made out of
Children
and teenagers from the region. And it was very important to give this message to them, for them to come back to the film rooms. They didn't watch the films in streaming.
Yes.
They watched the films inside of the film room, with their parents. And I think this is a very important message to the society. We were actually a bit scared of how people would react coming into the rooms with their kids. But the response was actually very, very positive. So I think it was a very good competition in this regard. Yeah.
Indeed, and it was an interesting surprise to see how many people ended up coming to the screenings and participating in a jury work.
Yeah, also in their discussions, their small discussions, that was very interesting. Now let's go ahead for the next section. Next, this is the section for academic films. We have an honorable mention to Book of Hours from Luxembourg by Suzanne Noessen,
which is the first time a film from Luxembourg wins an award, not just in this competition, but in any competition at Fest. So it's a welcome addition to our list.
Kudos for
Luxembourg. It's a very interesting film. Yeah.
And the winner is Grave Dad from Germany by Matisse Gonzalez.
And now let's go for the other competition at Fest, the National Grand Prix, the Grand Prix Nacional, which focuses on new filmmakers from Portugal and all different kinds of styles within the short film format. And we also have an honorable mention first, which goes to Quando a Luz Apaga by Tânia Prates, very interesting short documentary. And we also have, obviously, the main winner, which is the award goes to Erva Daninha by Guilherme Daniel. It's one of those rare occasions where Portuguese film has a genre filmed and very well accomplished by one of the new filmmakers that is quickly becoming a reference.
Mm-hmm. This was a competition that you follow very closely,
yes.
And it had a very good message, in my opinion. Both screenings were completely sold out, which in these times is not easy.
Exactly.
So I think that was also a very good outlook
Yes.
for the society.
It was a big success because not only it was sold out, both screenings, but we had quite a few of the filmmakers present, and we did manage to recover some of the dynamic that we've had in previous years, and it was a very interesting experience with very good films.
Let's continue. Now we're going to the Silver Lynx Awards for short films. So the winner for the Silver Lynx in animation is Acid Rain, Poland, by Tomek Papakul.
Very interesting film, one of the most demanding, but at the same time, bravest films that we had in the competition. I have to add that the jury specifically had this decision very, very difficult. They actually decided not to give any honorable mentions because they couldn't figure out which one of the other films really could stand out because they were all so strong.
Mm-hmm. That's very good. Continuing to the experimental section, we have an honorable mention for Mary Mary So Contrary from Singapore by Nelson Yeho. And the winner of Best Experimental Film in the Silver Lynx Award is At the Entrance of the Night from France by Anton Bialas.
Also very interesting. Continuing on the Silver Lynx competition, we still have to talk about documentaries first, short documentaries. And the winner goes to Black Lagoon from Peru, from a filmmaker called Felipe Esparza. Also a very interesting film. To finish off this section, the fiction Silver Lynx honorable mention goes to All the Fire is the Fire from Greece by Eftimis Saniris. And the award goes to Marshmallows from Colombia by Duvan Duke.
Congratulations to the winners.
Yes.
And let's move on now to the Golden Lynx Awards. The Golden Lynx for Best Documentary is a feature. It's the competition for feature films by directors on their first or second feature. It goes to Love Mobile from Germany, directed by Helke Lerenkenkraus.
Very interesting film that discusses a very unusual type of prostitution that happens in Germany, where girls work in trailers spread across the rural highways of Germany. A very interesting and touching film that had a very interesting reception here at the festival. Unfortunately, has now won the award. And to finish off our long list of awards, we have to announce who won the fiction prizes for features. And we also have an honorable mention first, which goes to Pacificado by Paxton Winters. It's a film from Brazil. It is already one of the big films of the year. It won major awards at events such as San Sebastian and Camera Image, and now has won this honorable mention. And the final award, the Golden Lynx for best...
The main award.
Exactly, for best fiction feature, goes to Papisha by Monia Medour, a film from Algeria and France, which also already has been gathering a lot of awards and a lot of attention, and now here is another one.
Mm-hmm. So, congratulations to all the winners. It was a pleasure to screen all these films here in Espinho and in Porto and in Lisbon, to welcome these films in our country. And hopefully we'll be able to welcome you with all the warmth of Fest as a tradition in 2021. So, congratulations to the winners, and we wait for you next year.